Hello, welcome to 21 Pilots University. My name is Hannah. I will be your teacher for today. Today is another installment of one of my stupid PowerPoint videos because they're fun. Part 1 of this video came out in April, I think, of last year. That video made a teeny tiny dent in explaining what all happened in the Clancy era because that was all the information that I had at the time. So now it is time to reflect on everything that has happened in the Clancy era in 2024. And also, we are going to discuss what could potentially be happening this year in 2025, because I definitely think the Clancy era is not over. Just to recap, we are going to go over things that I talked about in part 1 as a refresher, but it's going to be kind of a speed round, so buckle up. All right, so first, this is hard for me to see. So first, February. This was the very cryptic month, full of very cryptic things. So first we had the red tape over all of the 21 Pilot albums on every streaming platform. Then the red DEMA letters were sent in the mail to 1,500 people. I was not one of those people, unfortunately, but that is okay. Also in February, we got the I Am Clancy video, which perfectly explained the majority of the lore in 4 minutes. They also dropped the new logo this month. And over there is which I don't know if you can even see, is the album cover. So that's what happened in February, just to recap. In March, we got the music video for next semester. They announced the Clancy World Tour, and Tyler tweeted that there were going to be music videos for every single song on Clancy. April, this is where we left off. This is where I had to predict what was going to happen. And I guessed correctly that there was going to be another single this month, which was Backslide, video directed by Mr. Josh Dunn. But then we got the very tragic news that the album had to be pushed back another week so that they could finish all of the music videos. So that over there, if you can even see it, is the video that Tyler had to post on social media explaining the delay. Pardon my delay, he said. Oh boy! May, release month. Here we go. Here they are with the vinyls of Clancy like they always do. It's a very traditional picture. They also did 5 shows of an evening with 21 Pilots. I happened to be so lucky to go to the one in Columbus, which was incredible. Very hot and sweaty because it was May, but it was incredible. And that was on release day. So it was really cool to hear all the new stuff. Literally watch the live stream of all the music videos, go to sleep, wake up, and then in 12-15 hours I was hearing a lot of the new songs live, which was sick. They also released, if you can see over here, the digital remains, which we will discuss later. I feel like a lot of this is hard to see, so I'm very sorry in advance, but that's why I'm here to narrate everything to you. So anyway, here we go. June. I think the only thing that happened in June was the Paladin Straight music video. If I forgot something that happened in June, please let me know. If I happen to have forgotten anything that happened at all in 2024, please let me know, because I'm just hitting highlights. I'm not going through every single teeny tiny detail. These are the big things. So yes, Paladin Straight music video finally came out in June. They said official video premieres early June. Lies. It was more late June. And we were all where is the Paladin Straight music video? Hello? I don't know if the delay was because they were actually y'all have seen Paladin Straight. It was a lot of special effects. There was a lot going into it. So I get it. So was that the reason? Or was it because they wanted us to use the digital remains to try to solve a puzzle and they were waiting for us to do that? And then people on Reddit started putting it together and then they were like, okay, here it is. Which I don't even know if anything even came out of that. I don't know if anybody solved anything, but people were just some of the pictures go together, kind of. If you turn it upside down, if you do it, crazy nonsense. That was a weird time. I was I'm not participating in this. This is too much for me. I skipped July because I don't think anything happened in July. I think that was just tour prep because from August to October was the Clancy World Tour. During the Clancy World Tour was the fan premiere exhibit. If you're not aware, I'm sure everyone is aware, but if you're not aware, the fan premiere exhibit is basically like a walk-through museum of sorts with a bunch of like 21 Pilots memorabilia throughout the years. So at the FPE, there were DEMA letters. I think some were from like DEMA citizens to each other, and I think some were also like from Banditos to citizens. I can't remember. And there was one toward the end that was like torchbearer to Clancy. I don't remember what all of the letters said. You can look it up yourself. Again, this is just a recap. Anyway, I'm not going into any details about all of the letters because that would be another hour-long video that I do not want to get into. I'm sure there are other hour-long videos that you can watch that will explain all of the letters. However, the letters did have a mysterious code within them. In the letter, some words had double letters. So you would take those letters and it would spell out a sentence. By the end of the last letter, the sentence ended up being, "We must destroy them or we will become them. And if we become them, we must do better." What does it mean? No one knows. There are theories which we will get into at the end. November, continuation of the Clancy tour, now in Australia and New Zealand, and the line comes out. You can probably hear this picture. This lives in my head rent-free every single day. I don't think there's a single day that goes by where I don't think of this moment at least once. The first time I heard it, I had a very physical reaction. I wish I would have filmed it. That would have been great content, but I was not expecting it. 10 out of 10 best scream that he's probably ever done in his entire career. Anyway, and nothing really happened in December because they were probably finishing up New Zealand and Australia, and then they went home for Christmas and such. Now, what is next for 21 Pilots in 2025? That is the big question. There are many questions that are still left unanswered. For example, this nonsense. This was in the digital remains. So it says Clancy Ultimus Capitulus 25. Capitulus, yeah, okay. Which is Latin for Clancy Last Chapter 25. Toward the end of the album release, the number 25 started appearing a lot. And then it showed up here and everybody was like, 25 as in 2025? Like, what do you mean? This also leads me to the DEMA restricted content. This first appeared in a teaser trailer for Paladin Straight. It would just like flash really quickly and it would like cover up some spoilers of the music video. And then this was also on like the video board at some of the US shows during, is it The Judge, where they got some fans to sing before the show, blah, 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 like waiting outside. If you notice, I'm kind of blocking it. If you notice over here in the right hand side, it says 8325, as in August 3rd, 2025. I don't know, fam. And again, we still don't have answers to what exactly this means. There is a theory going around that I am starting to really believe in, that Clancy might become a bishop in order to destroy DEMA from like the inside. If we become them, meaning if we become the bishops, we must do better. I don't know. I believe that theory. I think that would be really sick if that were to happen. Like crazy and wild, but like for the storyline, so sick. I stole this from a 21 Pilots Instagram account that I really like, that is like super great at keeping track and keeping up with all of the updates. This is from SaloFolina with 2 A's at the end on Instagram. Please give them a follow. And they made a post recently listing off all the things that we still need answers for. This is really hard to see. Well, I probably should have left that other light off over there. Now you can kind of see better. Back to it. So SaloFolina made this really great post about how they say that there will be 11 more songs this year. Clancy Part 2 with 11 more songs. I hope so. Oh my God. And if you can see this is a tweet from Tyler from a few months ago. I don't even really know when this was posted. And I tried to go back and find it and it's not there anymore. I couldn't find it. I don't know if he deleted it. I don't know if I'm just blind and couldn't find it, but I couldn't find it. And this looks like, a bunch of random letters. And then he says, guys, this is literally nothing. Come on, I'd be straightforward with you about everything. This is Tyler Joseph we're talking about. The most cryptic, mysterious man on the planet. No, he's not straightforward with us about anything. Their theory is, in the 21 Pilot symbol, this line represents Clancy. The horizontal line in the middle represents the line, as in the Arcane song. And then the slanty line on the other side represents Clancy Part 2 with 11 more songs. I hope this is right. I want more music. I'm ready. But the biggest thing that I want to see is the answer to this. What happened after this moment in Paladin Straight? This is the last frame in the Paladin Straight music video. And I put down here, Tyler has never been able to look at Nico/Blurryface directly until the Paladin Straight music video. Until this moment. And then it cuts to black and we never see what happens. It's really messed up. I wanted to see what happens. As I've said many times on this channel, I wanted to see a war. I wanted to see bloodshed. I wanted to see Blurryface killed. I wanted to see Dima burned to the ground. That's what I thought I was getting. I got the start of the war with the Marvel Endgame cinematic shots that were happening in Paladin Straight. But then this happened and that's all that happened. I need answers, Tyler Joseph. I need answers. Sir, what happens? I have to know. Tell me what happens. Does Clancy become a bishop? Does he burn Dima to the ground? I need to know. I'm not playing games with you, boy. Give me the freaking answer to this. I'm not playing around. Now it's time for you to tell me what you think will happen next year. Do you agree with all the 25 theories floating around that we will be getting a whole another album with like 11 songs on it this year? Oh, I also forgot to mention there was like an acoustic set that just Tyler played a few months ago where fans got to ask him questions in between songs. I think someone was like, what's next or whatever, and he was like, yeah, I was actually just figuring out the end of this the other day. And I'm like, okay, great. So the end of the Clancy album and the end of Paladin Straight is not the end like we were originally told to believe. So that is interesting and quite exciting. And I will be here to report on all things 21 Pilots in one of my stupid PowerPoint videos again this year, I am sure. They're currently on tour in South America, so we will see if anything comes from that. I think FPE is there, but I haven't heard anything about FPE. Literally the first show was yesterday. All I know is that there was no red circle for trees. They just did trees like they traditionally do, like kind of near the front. And they didn't play Oldie Station or Fake You Out. I'm upset for Oldie Station. Oldie Station live is like an emotional religious experience. Everybody needs to hear Oldie Station live. That's our song. That song's about us. It needs to be played live, Tyler. Why did you take it out? Let me know your thoughts on what you think will happen in the Clancy era this year, because clearly it's not over. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.